Hey guys, I'm going to be talking to you about something here that's going to inevitably change your life and the way you interact with other people. This is a video specifically for INFJs, though the context and keys can be applied to anyone everywhere. I want to explain something to everybody before I begin. Well, this video is made to help you guys. There's going to be some parts that are going to be very difficult, I think, for a lot of people to hear. So if you reach those points in this video, please pause it, take a breather, gather yourself, and come back whenever you're ready, okay? In this video, I'll be talking about INFJs and marriages or relationships, and the biggest red flag that they will come across, whether you're a healthy or unhealthy INFJ. And this is not something that you can just pretend doesn't exist and overlook it and just never talk about it and say, oh, well, we got into an argument and move on with your life. It doesn't work that way, and it's never going to. All right, I'm going to jump right into this. And when I say a little bit of warning, when I say red flag, I am talking about us. We need to be aware of our own red flags, not other people. All right. So, INFJs want to feel heard and understood because for us, connection is key. For us, feeling a sense of oneness with another person emotionally is what is going to make or break whether or not we feel appreciated, heard, valued, respected, the list goes on and on. While tantamount to one doesn't necessarily apply to this situation, we are able to accurately assess that this is something we all struggle with. When we don't have that connection, we become volatile and or angry. When you are in a marriage or a close relationship with somebody you care about, this is going to happen. Sooner or later, you need to be aware of the red flag when it does. Understand, when you start feeling angry like this, that anger will have no boundaries. There is no end to it. There is no connecting the dots. There is no figuring it out. There is simply acknowledging why you need it, and when you don't have it, the reason you're angry is because you care and want that connection, and you don't have it, and that's the end of the story. And if you think that you're going to figure it out by observing the patterns, which, by the way, is why INFJs are tended to repeat actions over and over again. We're not insane. We're trying to figure out the pattern that we haven't already learned. We're trying to connect the remaining dots. That's why we'll continue to repeat destructive actions. And while it's not healthy, it's a compulsion because we're trying to intuitively connect the dots. Don't do that, by the way. Think better, think ahead. Don't wait until you're in that cycle. So there's no connecting the dots here. There is no figuring it out. It's just there is only simply acknowledging that while I don't want to classify us like this, you could say, in a sense, we are a failed experiment. In that, I know that's very harsh. I'm trying to think of a better way to word that. Give me a moment. That was a very poor wording. Allow me to correct it, please. You could say that we, despite having an inner craving and desire for oneness, are unable to fully really achieve that with someone all the time, and that is when these moments will happen. I'm going to give you some examples to help you understand my thinking here, okay? Your best friend, you're playing a game with your best friend, and you say you keep headshotting you or sniping you and you can't play the game. You react in one of three ways. Dude, can you stop? Number two, Hey, can you let me play the game here with you? Number 3, can you use a different gun, please? That's really getting on my nerves. You're agitating in all 3 circumstances. What are you trying to say with all 3 of those statements? Hey, I'm not bonding with you right now. I would really appreciate it if you would stop. Hang on. Sorry about that. What are you trying to say in all 3 statements? Hey, I'm really not bonding with you right now and I want to. I'd appreciate it if you could stop killing me long enough for me to laugh and make emotional memories with you and open up my heart. Stop shutting up my heart so that I can feel connected. That's the red flag right there. The very fact that they're spending time with you should be meaningful. And then someone might say, but I want to feel connected. That's the failed experiment I was talking about. That's what I meant whenever I said failed experiment. It's not happening. There are going to be times in your life where there's no rhyme or reason, there's no connecting the patterns, there's no connecting the dots or figuring out why. You crave it, you can't have it, you don't have it, you become angry or volatile. You have to stop right there. Accept this reality. You won't always feel heard or understood in that moment. And if you stay in that moment, you are going to regret it. And there's no taking it back, and there's no taking back the words and the further damage that's done. And then you get angry because you wanted to connect with somebody and you screwed it up more, but you wish you could explain to them that you weren't trying to screw anything up and the damage is done, and you want them to understand that no, there's no damage, I was just talking. And you can't put those thoughts into words, and now they're upset, and because they're upset, you can't be heard. Now all of a sudden both parties are angry with each other, all because you wanted connection and didn't have it, and because you tried to fix the problem, which basically you're trying to fix their heart. And that's a sense of manipulation, and that's just damaging and destructive. But either way, whether you did or didn't intend to do that, both sides are angry because you tried to fix this problem, and you can't fix it. There will be times where you will not feel heard. You will not be heard. There will be times where you're not going to feel that connection that you crave, and more or less you live for. But that moment is not relevant to the moment 2 minutes from then, if that makes any sense. You can feel that connection later, and when you calm down and look after you've calmed down, you look back on your past, you're like, you know what? They were really cool through that. And now all of a sudden you're looking back and you're building up those bonds and those emotions through the memory that you share together now, not when it happened, after it happened. So I'm going to close with that. Red flag for INFJs. Do not let it get out of hand or you will regret it. There is nothing good, nothing at all good that can possibly come out of trying to fix this issue that can come up in our lives. It is our heart, our emotions, our problem. We are responsible for our emotions and changing them so that we can change how we react to people around us. And if we change our responses, then we can change our lives and circumstances. So understand this one key thing. You are responsible for your own emotions and what you're going to do with them and how you're going to change them. But I would contest that somebody else is responsible for the way you are hurting. Don't let that make you hurt somebody else because you're trying to get something that you don't have. You have to let it go. There will be times where you will not have that deep connection. You may feel empty, you may feel angry, you may feel dead inside. Start by tackling those emotions right then and there. Change the way you think, change those emotions, change the way you respond. And when you look back, you can be proud of yourself that you didn't act out. They will appreciate you that you didn't act out, whoever you're bonding with or hanging out with. And then everybody can grow together and you'll have that connection you want. That should help you through the rest of your life. Be blessed. Subscribe if you haven't already, please. Like and comment your thoughts below, and I will see you all next time.